Hi, my name is Eric Smith, and this is an excerpt from my autobiographical series, My Life in Not So Much a Nutshell, but more of a Melon Rind. This is from the first of those 4 books. The beginning of May in 2005 meant that I would be going on my first solo vacation. I had never been on a Greyhound bus before and was quite excited. I was going to spend the next month and a half in Georgia. I boarded the bus in early afternoon and found a comfortable seat near the back of the bus. I waved out the window to my dad, and he waved back. The first leg of the trip went by with only slight excitement. The bus traveled through Pennsylvania, which took about 6 hours. I had to switch buses in North Carolina. The wait in Raleigh took only an hour, so I didn't venture from the station. I found time to nap on the next bus until we broke down on the side of the road in South Carolina. I read some of the book I had brought with me, but that passed the time until the bus was running again. I can't read in a moving vehicle because it makes my stomach do twists. It's always been like that, so I don't read in cars very much. A few miles down the road, we stopped off for a rest at a gas station. I bought a sandwich wrapped in cellophane and re-embarked the bus. About 2 hours into the peach state, the gas station sandwich came back to visit. I had some kind of food poisoning. My stomach ached, my throat ached, I felt like sleeping and vomiting a lot. The next morning, the bus pulled into Jacksonville, Florida. I first noticed the monorail system, having never seen one before. I was greatly intrigued. I was to spend 2 hours here while I waited for my bus transfer. I stepped off the bus, in preparation of exploring a little, and felt as though the sun had moved several million miles closer. After catching my breath, I grabbed up my suitcase from its compartment under the bus and walked into the air-conditioned station. I changed my mind about exploring, to stay in this cool building. Within 5 hours, the next bus pulled into the Waycross bus station in Georgia. That is where my Aunt Vicky and Cousin Courtney were waiting. I hugged them both and took a breath. It had been a 26-hour trip. "How'd the trip go?" my aunt asked. "It was lengthy, but pretty fun," I replied. "I went all the way to Jacksonville." "Really?" she replied. Why did they send you to Florida from New York?" "I don't know, but the palm trees were cool," I said. We drove for a while in my aunt's car, past lots of trees, and through a small business district. After the Walmart, we came to a newly paved road. "Just down this road a bit and we'll be at our driveway," Aunt Vicky said from the front seat. "The driveway?" I asked, slightly confused. "Well, yeah, we have a very long driveway," my aunt smiled. "It's half a mile long and accesses 6 houses." "Wow," I said. We finally reached the aforementioned driveway, which was lined with tall pine trees. About 50 yards in, a house emerged on the right. It looked like a smaller version of those Georgian mansions that you always hear about in period pieces about the South. Beautiful to the eye. Brown and 3 floors. "Is that your house?" I asked, astounded. "No," Aunt Vicky laughed. "Ours is the last one." Around a bend and to the left, a second big house appeared. "This is crazy," I said. The next bend in the driveway found us in front of a big white house. That is Bo Sr.'s house. Bo is my cousin Kathy's husband. He owns the next 4 houses that you'll see. We passed over a bridge that had a moderately nice lake under it, and on both sides. On either side of the drive, set back a bit, were double-wide mobile homes. The one on the left is Kathy and Bo's, and the one on the right is your Aunt Debbie's, Aunt Vicky indicated. And straight ahead is your home for the next month. My aunt's house was the 3rd double-wide trailer. It was white and quite modern looking. Cool. I was happy to be away from home and would have been pleased to even sleep in a tent. I like it. "You're going to sleep in Courtney's room. Dusty lives with Aunt Debbie," Aunt Vicky explained as we walked through the front door. "All right," I said. I spotted my uncle standing at the counter in the kitchen. "Hi, Uncle Butch." "Hello, how was your trip?" "Fun. I slept quite a bit," I responded. "Courtney, Star!" Uncle Butch shouts down the hall. "Eric is here." "We're going to go to dinner in Walmart in a little while," Aunt Vicky said. The next day I woke up late in the afternoon. My aunt and uncle were both at work and the girls all had school. Aunt Vicky would be home in a few hours. I used the time for a nice long shower. That night, my 3 cousins thought that I should have an earring. I thought about it for a while, so I agreed to let the girls pierce my ear. That night, I was on the phone with my family in New York. I talked to my Uncle Glenn and then to my dad. The following day was the girls' last day at school for the year. I was visiting Kathy. Aunt Vicky called over, saying that my mother was on the phone. I walked across the field and walked through the door. Aunt Vicky looked a little shaken. Your Uncle Glenn passed away. What? I replied, shocked. Uncle Glenn was only 29 years old. How? He fell asleep on his couch on the front porch and never woke up. Oh my God, I just talked to him last night, I said. Butch will be home soon, and then the girls. I'd never seen my aunt so frantic. We're going to have to drive up to New York for his funeral, she said. Wow. It just didn't seem real. A few minutes later, the door opened and Uncle Butch walked in. What's up? He asked, seeing our faces. My brother died today, Aunt Vicky said to her husband. What, Glenn? Yeah. Are we going up? He asked. Yeah, we'll have to, she responded. Andrea is going to need help making arrangements.